Number 1, mercs are incredible in Vessel of the Hatred. You have 4 different ones, but the most important one is Variana. Why is that and what does she do? She has this cool kill meter that pops up on the left side, and you're essentially stacking this up by killing more, and more. And what does she give you for it? Movement speed. Yes, each of these mercenaries that you can hire has their base set thing they do for you. And in case of Variana, it is really like bonus movement speed for every kill that you stack on the kill meter. Necromancers, rejoice. You're finally going to get fast. And then you can obviously go down their respective skill tree to get even more boost for you. Attack speed, cooldown reductions, vulnerable, defense. Many things are possible with all the varied mercenaries. And the most important thing, you're not locked into one of them. So you can start with Variana, but you feel like I want to go over here, no problem. Then you need Subo for a certain boss fight because he might be better suited for boss fighting, or you rather want to take Altkin, the Demon Child, because his buffs, Bane and Boon system work better for the respective content you're doing. You can essentially mix and match for the situation that you find yourself in. That's not all of it though. This would be one of the skill trees. There's also something called reinforcement on top. So you hire one of these mercs to be with you, but you can also have one of these mercs reinforce a skill. And that means if I cast the skill, like my Ray Skeleton, every 8 seconds, another mercenary will fly in to do a certain attack. It is quite fun to mix and match them to perfectly fit your playstyle. There's also the Dark Citadel coming, and we'll talk about that in a second because it's the first raid for Diablo. Yes, the first raid ever, but you can see something interesting here. These are rewards from the dungeon, essentially, things you can buy with the respective currency you get from beating it. And there's something called the Scroll of Restoration, which will restore temper durability on an item. Did I stutter? You can restore temper durability on an item. Crazy, right? Now, what is the Dark Citadel, though? 2 to 4 player content, not soloable, I'm sorry. And the reason for this is there are certain mechanics where 2 players need to stand on pressure plates, or one needs to stand on the pressure plate, the other one walks, then pressure plate again. And other boss mechanics will just simply require you to be at least 2 players. Here comes the kicker, though, the very interesting thing. The dungeon is made for 4 players in mind, with intricate, cool boss fights, and it's scaled difficulty-wise for 4 players. So if you actually decide to go with 2 because you are ballsy, well, the dungeon will still scale for 4 players, and you get the ultimate challenge. Now, I would probably not do this in hardcore. Seriously, don't do this in hardcore. Oh, and if you don't have friends, that's okay, because there's a party finder. Yep, a party finder is coming, and this might actually be the most requested feature in Diablo, as people have been looking for ways to either group up for bossing or for nightmare dungeoneering, even for leveling if you're looking just for people to hang out in the Helltide with. Because let's be real, if you're leveling and you have 3 others in the Helltide with you, with 4 people, you're just flying through the levels, correct? So we got the Dark Citadel as that new challenging content, together with the group finder to automatically find people to do it with. It does sound pretty damn good to me. Now, the Undercity is not simply just this very interesting raid with cool boss fights. No, you can earn every week cool rewards, including absolutely breathtaking skins. Yeah, like, I mean, hello? Which makes the Dark Citadel an interesting activity, even if you're done with the season, right? I mean, you might have achieved everything you want in Season 6, you leveled up every character, but you have actually weekly resetting content that you can do over and over and over again for cool new rewards. I mean, that's quite nice. And the Dark Citadel is probably eternal. So it's going to be there in Season 7, 8, 9, 10 with growing better rewards. Now, the good thing about the Party Finder is it's not simply just meant to get you into nightmare dungeons. I mean, you can already see it listed up here. The Pit, dungeons, normal dungeons, Helltide. I mean, probably you can list there a party I just want to play. I mean, it's going to be the one-stop shop where you can just go through here and they'll probably be looking for friends. And then you see Chatty or Completionist for the Dark Citadel. And then you know what you're signing yourself up for. But you're truly going to be just simply finding like-minded people. Or you just list your own party, right? You're saying, I would like to do Helltide. I am chatty. It's open invite. I mean, maybe even voice chat preferred. And anyone can just jump in and play with you if they then feel like it. That's not all of it though, because discover the underbelly of the Kurast Undercity. Now we're not getting much information here, apart from Undercity is a intense, new multi-stage time attack dungeon perfect for leveling towards in-game content and targeting powerful items to help you progress. That's a lot of words that don't essentially say anything, but what do we have for time attack modes right now? We got the Pit and we got the Infernal Hordes. So if it's a new intense kind of way, oh, and we get the Gauntlet too. So that's actually 3 modes they kind of learned from how to do these time attack modes, which means we're probably going to get something new, especially as it says it's perfect for leveling towards the end game, which is always great because right now what we're doing, we're spamming Infernal Hordes, we're spamming Nightmare Dungeons or Helltides. Getting a new tool in some way that will help us leveling, I won't complain about that, especially since the leveling is going to be different. It says new progression updates, and there was the Lady Aislinn talking in the live stream about it, that across Sanctuary, the progression updates coming with Vessel of Hatred will offer a permanent and fundamental shift in how you level and progress throughout the world. More Paragon points? More levels? More skill points? There have been a lot of leaks, rumors. I mean, Riker has made a video about 300 Paragon points, something in that direction. Maybe, yeah. So on the 29th, we'll know more, but I reckon Diablo 4 might not be the same again with this. At least that's what they're saying, because they're promising us a fundamental overhaul as we had in Season 4 Loot Reborn. And let's be fair, the Season 4 Loot Reborn just drastically changed the game. Not just a little bit. And that's still not all of it, because we're getting a complete new region, Nahantu, which means we're probably going to have to grind Renown again. I mean, right now we have our 5 regions and they give us like bonus skill points, Paragon points, and all that stuff. So probably Nahantu, Renown grind, which also means new strongholds, because the Renown grind in the game so far has always had strongholds. And let's be fair, the current strongholds already have been fun. But these are 1 year in strongholds right now, right? These are like, that's a new map. That's a new expansion. That's explicitly made, curated, very killer content. I'm expecting greatness. And then to round everything up, I don't know if you have been at Gamescom, but you actually did get your chance to put your hands on the Spiritborn there as well. We have seen some live streams of people trying it out. And I gotta tell you, as someone who was at Gamescom, the Spiritborn does play fantastic. I mean, there is ranged builds. Yes, ranged builds. There's close quarter combat builds. There's tanky ones. There's flashing around like a rogue. The Spiritborn is truly a one-stop shop for everything. You could even play him like a mage with a giant centipede. The only thing he can't do is really summon minions. I mean, he some support, but he can't really summon minions. Regardless, a very varied, fun class that offers tons of different playstyles for everyone. Now, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? After you've seen everything, maybe the recent leaks, heard what I had to tell you, interested in pre-ordering, or do you need more? I mean, the 29th, they promised us even more information, so there will be more. If you're looking now for a build for the current game that's absolutely flabbergastingly slaying everything left, right, and center, bum, Druid, enjoy, and thank you for watching.